We start the broadcast. Yeah, you should.
Hi, guys.
They don't see you yet.
They don't.
Mine says starting soon. I'll see you and I'll tell you when I see you. You must have hit the keyboard or something.
We love you anyway. Okay. Look at Janice. Oh my God.
Doing something. There you are. You're back now.
Hey, do blondes have more fun or are they just more confused? All right, guys, I was putting my leg up to show you this and I bumped my screen, my keyboard, so I am sorry. Thank you for be calm, Laura, breathe. I'm calm. I'm over here having a dry brush. So anyway, so a long-handled brush like such. Okay, I want to see where I can do this. Yeah, okay, here we go. All right, so I put this my leg up on the toilet or up on the side of the tub, and I used the bristles on the bottom of my feet all the way in to, you guys, right here, inguinal area, right in here. It's kind of a hard outfit to have on for you not to see, but so, you know, so right into your groin, right here. Okay, so everything comes up from the back, everything up and in, everything in. The goal is to bring everything from the bottom up into your groin right here. So you're just bringing it in just like this, everything. Okay, so from the bottom of the feet all the way up and in, from the back in. Okay, and then, are you guys with me? I'm too limber. Anyway, so, okay, so your belly here. So if you take your right hand, and I think I showed this yesterday at the event, right, Tammy? Your right hand starts here at the groin area and comes up underneath your rib cage and across and down. That's your ascending colon, your transverse, and your descending. So up, over, and down. That's the shape of your colon right there. And I want you to, your movement is on purpose because you're bringing it up and over and down. So I'm just dry brushing, little strokes and over and down, little strokes and over and down, or you can do longer ones. The purpose is to get that stimulation to happen up, just like your colon is doing, up and over, and right up under the rib cage is where we get kind of stuck. You know, you can even start to massage it and start to feel it and start to become mindful of how your elimination channels are happening. So up and over and down. A lot of times we start feeling pains in the side in here. Stuff is stuck. So just massage from here's my belly button. So from your belly button right up under here, just massaging to your left and then all the way down. So that massaging that I'm showing you is just so that you're aware of it. But when I'm dry brushing, I'm just dry brushing this area as I get before I get in the shower, round and round here, and then palm of my hand and in, everything's coming in, just so you get the skin all covered. And I bring my arm up and I even do here, you know, your armpit and the side of your breast area here, everything in, because the elimination happens right here, right in here, and right in here. I know we've all felt it when we felt sick. We feel tender in these areas right here. And we also know that we sweat, and this is the area it comes out. So I want you to stimulate so everything kind of comes up. Everything, remember, is coming down. Everything comes in and down. That's how we're getting rid of our elimination. So then this arm, and use the palm, even the palm of the hand, all the way in, everything in. And then I do my breast, just like this. I bring everything round and into here. And you're just going to keep being aware that in your mind, you're imagining your elimination, your respiration happening off of the skin. You're absorbing in good Epsom salt and lavender, rosemary, whatever it is that you like to have in your bath. Dead skin cells are coming away. Skin is how our body detoxes. We don't really notice it because it happens little bits at a time, but you'll notice it more when you stimulate this way. The dead skin cell comes off. The body then can absorb great things. If you can't take the bath and absorb in the magnesium, you then get out of your shower and you use magnesium oil. You'll see some changes. It's really awesome, really, to see how quick that dry brushing and bathing works. I am a problem bruiser. I don't know why, but I bruise. And when I use the dry brush, it helps keep that from happening, and it helps it go away a lot faster too. So any questions there? I heard ouch. What's the ouch for? Oh, there's my little buddy. Who'd you see? Oh, did you see Noah? Oh. What are you guys saying? I typically like to get things out of my groin. What did I say? You guys are killing me. You won't be ticklish with this. I don't think so. It's a very stiff brush. It's kind of like it's a little bit of a love-hate relationship with it, actually. Is that why, Erin, you said ouch? I'm gonna go back to my slide here. I just wanted you to see the dry brush, and I use that here at the detox bath. So, you know, every night is ideal, but every night more than you did last week is going to be ideal because it's one more night. So again, don't do the all or nothing thing. And this explaining to you what's happening. You know, I've already told you about all that, basically. Baths are huge. They really, really are. There's a lot of healing that happens in the bath. And I'll tell you, it really helps my adrenal fatigue, too, to get into a bathtub. And even when I don't think, you know, a lot of times you go, I don't have time barely to take a shower, let alone take a bath. For me, actually, if I'm going to take 15 minutes in the shower, I have the same amount of time to take a bath because I just turn it on and let it fill while I'm getting my clothes ready or making the bed or running, you know, doing some little errand type thing or task in the house. And then you can sit and relax in the bath just as much as you would have stood in the shower. And just try it, you know, just try to fit that in a little bit. So your shopping list I've given you there, you should be able to see you got some simple lists. I don't want you to have the mindset of, well, she's taking this and that and this away from me. Really make friends with yourself this week. Say, this is what I'm doing to support and love myself. I am going to have, you know, vibrant living. I'm going to have whatever your symptoms are. Do the journaling. Write down why. It's not easy to do something when you don't have a why that you're in, you know, that you're got in front of you and that you're accepting. And you know, you got to be your best friend through this. You got to realize you're doing this to give yourself health and freedom of some sort. I mean, why are you doing it? You know, that's something you want to get in there and write that down and keep that in front of you when you feel like you're in deprivation. Booby brushing. Actually, you're probably going to enjoy it, Erin, and it'll be a little joke between us. Oh, you guys are funny. I love it when I'm introducing new things to people. It is so fun. So I want to hear back from you again. I just so wish I could hear your voices. Please tell me how you're feeling about it. Do we feel reticent? Do we feel excited? Are you feeling like, oh, you're taking stuff away from me? See how it says you need lots of vegetables. I want you to get out there and buy double what you usually do, or buy it more often so you don't feel overwhelmed by all this stuff in your, you know, the prepping part is where I can be repentant a lot. Like, I didn't put it together right, so now it's not good. So get home with it and start to rinse it and clean it and put it into containers and make it ready for you to use. Make it work for you. What is black cod? Can I have mahi mahi? Yes, you can. There's really there's no kind of fish that you can't have. If you know it works for you. I have a few on my allergy list, but many people haven't had food allergy tests and food sensitivity. So if you haven't and they work for you, then they do. Tilapia, I'm not fond of because of the way they farm it. The one thing I will say is that you want to buy a non-farmed fish. You want to have wild fish, wild salmon. Just Google tilapia and you'll get the answer to that. Tilapia is a tough one. It's a lot of farming going on there. Why do you feel rebellious? Because I know you have a big why, and I know that this is going to help your why. So why are you feeling rebellious? Minimally. Are you seeing the potatoes are on the list? It depends. And this is a really generalized, where's the potatoes? Let me see. Is it the roasted ones? Where'd you see potatoes, love? Are sweet potatoes. Gotcha. Yes, of course they are. They're a major staple. Absolutely. Butternut squash. Here's another thing that I do when I put the chicken in. Buy that whole chicken, put it in the oven. I also, while the oven is on, take a cookie sheet, cut one large butternut squash in half, turn them upside down, take 3, however many more I can fit on the pan, sweet potatoes, put some holes in them, stick it into the, I actually like to rub them with coconut oil first and then stick them into the pan as well. And while that chicken is cooking, those veggies can be cooking. And then you have those ready to tuck away and have them mashed, or I like to have them even for breakfast, the sweet potatoes or the butternut squash. So, so you said do not have fruit only for breakfast. The ideal for this detox is that you have a protein smoothie for your breakfast. You can do some broth. This is really we want to keep this really, really simple. So again, this is the detox week. Now, I'm feeling like it's a little more difficult because I think a lot of you were not really doing it seriously the way you were paving the way for this harder week in week 1 and week 2. In week 2, we would have been starting to already coming up and out of so many of the things that we were going to fully take out of the diet. So, and let me pull this up. I have an idea here for breakfast. Let's see, lots of dinners and out and friend time. Oh dear. Yeah, okay. So in the morning, so your ultra broth is really key. If you're feeling like you can have that, you want something warm and not just a cold smoothie, the broth really helps. I keep the broth when I need something warm. Hot rice cereal can work also if you really want a hot breakfast, or buckwheat. I like buckwheat cereal. That's non-gluten as well. So rice cereal, not cream of wheat, obviously, because we're getting the gluten out. So, yeah, and that's great. No, that's great, Tammy, that you're real. I just wanted to understand why. It's important to know why and where you're at, because this isn't a have-to program. You get to do this. You chose to do this, and I want to be able to support you at the level you want to do it. And it's 7 days. I mean, it is only 7 days. And so, but it's no fun if you go into it feeling like you're being pushed or like you don't want to, and because it's difficult. It's a change of your normal routine, even though there's a lot of wonderful things to it. Adding the broth was something that I've never changed. We have it now to this day because it was an adding and it wasn't a taking away. It was giving me something loving and warm and comforting for me that I immediately felt better, because the minerals in that broth are like putting water to a wilted flower. You will feel good with it. It becomes something like, wow, I'm feeling, in the afternoon, really feeling low. You drink some broth, you feel so much better. But you got to choose this. You got to decide that you're doing this because, and then keep focusing on the because. Let's see if I gave you all my slides. Okay, so nut butter is a help also. If you're just feeling like you're gonna, you just really need something, take a teaspoon of nut butter and eat that off the spoon, preferably raw. You want to use your nuts and your nut butters raw. Trader Joe's is the cheapest place that I have found for these kinds of things. Drinking lemon water throughout the day will also help you. Drinking organic green tea. Are you guys tea drinkers? Yay, Berlin. Berlin's a great cheerleader. Absolutely. And you know, Berlin, I got to give you credit. You've got a lot going on right now, and you're here, and you're an encourager, and I love you. So nuts, be very careful with them. If you're going to put them in this routine in this week, take them out of the bag and put them into tiny little snack bags, like 9 or 10 of them, and keep them separate, because as soon as I put my hands in the bag, it is all over. Any questions at this point? Can you buy a broth already made? You can. You absolutely can. I'll tell you that it doesn't taste anywhere near as amazing. But yes, there are some times when I'm doing this routine that I'm really prepared and I'm really into it. And then there are other times when I don't have a lot of time and I'm doing it because I know I need to do it. I might be in a place where you're at, Tammy, and I just go to Trader Joe's and I buy their organic vegetable broth, but it doesn't taste near as good. Pacific Sun, I see there's a couple at Sprouts. I've tried a lot of different brands. Imagine Foods has one at Sprouts, and there's a Pacific brand. Pacific, it might just be Pacific, or it might be Pacific something else, but they have a lot of different vegetable purees and that kind of thing. We're not talking about purees, we're talking about a straight vegetable broth. And there's nothing wrong with any of those if they're organic. But I'm just going to tell you my findings, and most everyone else I've talked to says it doesn't taste near as good. So anyway, so yeah, so basically, I think one of the things that you'll be seeing a big change with is the 2 to 3 cups of vegetables per meal. So like my husband and I, we do one meal of the day would be vegetables and beans and rice, or vegetables and chicken and rice, but not meat both of those times. Oh, here's black cod. Okay, sable fish. I mean, it's just a bunch of different names of fishes. You can choose whichever you like, any of them, as long as they are wild. Yeah, I would say too that you could, you could do a lot of you could use a lot of raw vegetables if you want through the week too. But when you're trying to detoxify your system and you have any kind of digestive disorders, any kind of constipation or irritation, sometimes a steamed vegetable is easier than a raw vegetable to digest. So sometimes lightly steaming things will make things easier for you. You will notice definitely a change in the bathroom. Things are going to get fuller, bulkier. You're going to be eating a lot of vegetables, a lot of roughage. So. All right. Anybody have any other questions? I would drink it, but I can't get all the ingredients and make it. Are you talking about your broth, Berlin? Yes, I'm sure you are. Did I get it all? Okay. All right. So I think you guys are doing a great job. I just really wanted to hear if there was anything I can do to help with you with the motivating side of it, because I know it's a lot of changes. Are you still with me, Joan? Joan and I talked about it earlier today. Robin, what are you saying? Love tea. Got it. Okay, love tea. So we want to use teas that are not caffeinated now, right? Do I have Erin here? She's gone. You guys have given up on me. All right. Okay. Hi. Hey, Ben, are you behind me? Would you hand me that bottle of Gymnemna? I know, Crystal, that that you struggle with sugar? Anybody else that struggles with blood sugar or cravings of sugar here?
Where is it?
Because I want to give you on the shelf with the vitamins. Yes, no to caffeine. All right, Berlin, we'll see you soon. Take care. I just want to show you this this bottle. Thank you. Sugar, can you read that? Yeah. Chocolate what? Chocolate. Oh, you just struggle with chocolate, Tammy. Okay. All right. So I just put up Gymnema sylvestri. This is an herb that really, really helps. It's kind of crazy how it helps. And the way I used to show my clients, I had this at the day spa when I had so many clients that struggled with acne that would use, that would, you know, eat a lot of sugar. And this helps traditional. It's an Ayurvedic herb. And if you take some out of the capsule and you put it under your tongue, and then you put something, if you put something sweet to your tongue, it won't taste sweet. You won't like it. It's crazy. So anyway, I would say that if you take 1 or 2 capsules twice a day before a meal, it might be worth a try to see if it works for you. Anybody who's trying to break sugar or has a blood sugar issue, like Tammy, your husband. Yeah. And is it that way just with chocolate, or could it be something sweet in general? Like if you're, a lot of us that crave sugar, once we have a meal or we have something, we need to have a little something sweet too. At the health food store, I got this one at Sprouts. Yeah, Sprouts. Natrol is the company that I bought this one for, but it's not a specific brand. You could get any good quality brand, and they probably all have that, any quality herb brand. Okay, so I just want to make sure everybody's clear. I don't want to keep you any longer than this. It's been certainly an hour, but so I've got Erin left, I think, or maybe she's there. I know she's doing really well on her last 2 weeks. I've heard a lot of good feedback, and same with Crystal, actually, really. And Tammy, you're doing well as well. Just don't think that you know, if you go off or you have a bad day, that you have to like we tend to think that way in terms of like increments of a week, like, oh, I just have to start again next week, or oh, I'll wait around till next time. No, today is a new day, and today we can completely make the right choice. We can just do veggies and just do a roasted chicken, and we can have our broth, and just to start moving the stuff out of your house, out of your kitchen that is tripping you up. You better believe those chocolate little cupcakes are going. They're going home to in fact, I'm going to make my husband take them out of here before even tomorrow morning, because I may do that thing that we do and say, oh, well, I'm starting tomorrow, so one more is not going to hurt me because I'm going to get serious tomorrow. No and no. Right now, what am I doing right now? And right now, I am getting myself back on track. I'm very excited to be going snowshoeing tomorrow. I'm also very nervous about it because I haven't been feeling well and I haven't been in the gym much at all, and I know I'm weaker, but I'm going to do it at whatever level I do it. I'm going to make the decision and I'm going to do it. So I want to hear from you guys in the chat room. What are you going to commit to this day, or whether it be physical or with food or with exercise, or maybe it's a bath or whatever it is. So let's hear from you guys more in the room. I know that when we're active in the room, we're making better, we're making better choices usually. When we're not in the room and we're allowing things to get too busy, we don't get to support each other very well, and it kind of starts to show. So anybody want to finish with anything else? Yes, I have a problem with wanting something sweet after every meal. Yes, so you might very well want to try this. I don't know if you got to see, Robin, the Gymnema sylvestri. It is an Indian Ayurvedic herb. I've written it there. in the chat room there. If I'm left alone with it, I'm eating it. Amen. I tell you, what a sickness, huh? But we're only as sick as our secrets. So, Crystal, I'm so proud of you for saying it in the chat room, and I'm with you. I have had really bad days where I have driven by the donut shop, and I am in there, and I'll take this one, and I'll take this one. I don't even make a decision of which one. I don't have to decide because I'm in there, and nobody knows it, and I'm doing it. And it's not pretty. So, and yes, we do need to take our food with us, just like we would our babies. We treat ourselves like our children. We pack them a lunch. We pack ourselves a lunch. Yeah, absolutely. So, all right, ladies, anything else? Anything else you need from me? I wrote it down. Yep. And oh, I didn't mention this. Of those of us that are struggling with overweight or sugar issues, many times we do have a candida overgrowth. And I'm just going to briefly touch on this here, but it is going to be part of what I teach in the digestive class. Candida is really a common problem with people. It is a yeast overgrowth. Some people women may have heard of it as a vaginal yeast infection. It may show up in your nails. It may show up in your sinus infection. It may show up in your skin disorders and itchy, people know athlete's feet. There's different layers and levels of way yeast shows up in our system. But one thing it does do is when it is in our system, either topically or in our system in terms of in our blood system, it makes us crave sugar. It makes us crave carbohydrates. It may even make you crave beer, and you don't even like really beer, or pasta or sugared candy sugar, kinds of sugar. It feeds on sugar, and sugar from carbohydrates, or sugar from the pastas and carbohydrates, or sugar from fruits and sugar. So if you find yourself wanting extra honey or extra fruits, just realize that any amount of sugar that you're eating, it feeds candida, and it also feeds cancer. So that's one of those things that now that I've learned that, it's information I have that I'm responsible to. Now when I catch myself really working on binging, I'm binging a lot, I start to remember, oh, wait a minute, this isn't just about me eating sugar and it tastes good, and then, yeah, I'm not going to feel good tomorrow, but it's really about I'm not feeding cancer that could be in my system, or I'm not feeding candida or yeast that's in my system, which will then lead me to a sinus infection or whatever my areas are. Does that make sense, guys? Do you guys know about candida? Or if it's something you want to know more about, it is one of my specialties because I've lived it for a lot of years. It's what got me in this industry to begin with, is poor colon health and candida overgrowth. And so there's really something to be said to that. And I said it about now because I don't want you, sometimes people will think, God, I can't get this sugar craving under control. I'm trying, I'm just not strong enough. It's really not your willpower. It's that candida is a very, very strong organism. And when it's hungry, it wants you to eat sugar. So I'll leave it at that, ladies. So glad you guys joined me here on the call. Sorry about my little escapades there with my dry brush. So everybody go get some Gymnemna and get your dry brush. And yes, we want to know more. Well, I will be doing. You weren't at the mini retreat, but at the mini retreat, I put out a little happy hour, what I called the first Friday happy hour. And I will put that in the room so you guys can see. But the first Friday of every month, I'm going to do a healthy happy hour, and it'll have different topics. And one of them will definitely be on candida and digestive disturbances and such. So we'll get you there. So, okay, if you have Valentine's goodies, cakes, candies, or whatever that are in your house, toss them away, give them to the neighbors. We can do this, guys. Noah looks like he's doing well. Actually, Noah he's standing here. Let's see. Noah, come here, baby. Say hi. Say hi. Say hi to Tammy. What you got on your nose? Say hi, Tammy. See, Tammy? I told you that my trampoline was right there, and there it is. Hi. Just say hi. Just say hi. He's been chewing the legs, chewing the fur off of his feet because his arthritis is so bad on his legs. He hurts so much. And I just got him on another medication, so we'll see how that goes. But yeah, see there, I'm not too bad for 15. Good eating. So, all right, ladies, let me let you go. I want you to prep for your week, and above all, just honestly, this is it. This is all you can look right here, just right here. What's right in front of you? What are you doing right now? Not over here, not what was back here, just today. Just what am I doing right now? And don't beat yourself up, okay? There's only one you, and we don't want you to wear it out. So love you guys. We'll see you soon, and yeah, just talk to us in the chat room, because your wisdom, nobody needs to just hear from me. Everybody loves hearing from everybody. So I love your contributions in there. So see you later. Bye. Oh, you already ate them? Crystal. That husband of yours, he knows better.